Hey guys, Zulu here from the Flow Zone. Just wanted to share a quick video with you, and today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on taking responsibility for your life. So there's this concept of responsibility as a chore or something difficult or really hard, and similar to discipline, which I'm all about, self-discipline and qigong and that internal energy, internal discipline work that in itself seems like hard work, and it is. It's hard work is what discipline is about. It's about doing the work even when you don't want to do the work. It's about turning up every single day. And it's also about reaping the benefits of that hard work. If something's too easy for us, then there's not much fulfillment. We don't get much from doing anything that's too easy. Whereas when we're doing things that are difficult, but we know that they're the right thing to do, we know that they're good for us, we know that they're good for the world, that is a deep sense of achievement or of accomplishment or fulfillment that we actually get from that. And similar to responsibility. Seems like this hard work, or wouldn't it be easier if someone else were to do it, or if someone else were to blame for your circumstances or for whatever you've committed to, for the things that you have to do. And it would, but it's also, you don't get any benefit from that. You also don't get any fulfillment from that, or sense of achievement or accomplishment, or joy, or anything else that you get from applying yourself and taking responsibility, or from doing the work. So there is actually no avoiding responsibility. We're here. If you're here on earth and you're experiencing all that there is to experience, you then immediately are in a position where, and by virtue of the fact that you're here on earth, you simply have to take responsibility, because it's only up to you. That's what being here on earth as a human being is about. You have free will, but that free will, the freedom part of the free will, only starts the moment that you take responsibility. Not just for your actions, your thoughts, your words, but also for what you have done and what you will do, and what you will do in the moment. So peak performance in itself, I'm big on peak performance and utilizing all that we can to operate in that state of flow. There's a statement from Brian Tracy which says peak performance begins the moment that you take responsibility, complete responsibility for your life and all that happens to you in your life. And I love this statement because it's so true, that life doesn't really begin, or that peak performance, which is like taking life to the next level and really operating on that next level game, where you're continually stepping up, continually growing, and actually looking to be all that you can be and experience all that you are and integrate all that you are, which I believe is like an overarching purpose, even bigger than all of our individual purposes, which we've all decided to come here on earth. And we've taken that responsibility before we've even come here on earth. And then when we've come here, a lot of us don't want to shirk that responsibility, or we forget what that is. That we've put our hands up and gone, yeah, I want to experience and grow and experience all dynamics and all parts of myself, and all the light, the dark, and all the different polarities. And then we get here and we're like, oh, it's a bit too much work, or we've been conditioned out of remembering that that's why we came here. And when we tune in and take that responsibility, we can start then tapping into that peak performance. And there's some things that it will do. Once you do take full responsibility, put your hand up and own the fact that you're here, and that it's up to you if you want anything to happen, and it's actually because of you that anything has happened in your life, then when you take that stance, you become empowered. You step into your own power. You can then, there's this concept of like giving your power away. you haven't even necessarily taken your power if you haven't taken full responsibility, complete responsibility, as Brian Tracy says. So if you really want to feel empowered and really want to grow and really want to create anything in your life, create change, you have your goals, your aspirations, really start taking steps towards building on what it is your purpose, what you've come here to do, then taking responsibility is essential, basically. And when we shirk responsibility and we sort of don't want to take ownership over the things that happen in our lives, then we lessen our self-esteem. Building up our own feeling of self-esteem and self-efficacy and our ability to do anything and be of effect in the world, be effective in the world, it hinges on us taking responsibility. And it's we break the word down, our responsibility. We have choice, our responsibility, our ability to respond to the stimuli that is happening to us in the world, in this reality. So when we realize we have an opportunity, we have the choice to respond to whatever occurs to us in our world, and we go, okay, I'm going to make that choice wholeheartedly. I'm going to make a decision. When you make a decision, again, you're stepping into that power. So the more and more that we can make decisions consciously with awareness and really go, okay, this is me activating. Even when it comes down to moving your arm, thinking thoughts, it comes down to getting up and doing whatever it is you're doing in your life, creating events in your life, creating circumstances in your life, and it grows and grows. And then we go, okay, I've created all this, and go, this is all because of something I've done or something I've thought or something I've said. And then you're like, okay, I've created all this. When we really step into that, then you can start really guiding your life and really sitting in that driver's seat position. But until you do that, it's not gonna be the case. So some of the benefits there is your self-esteem will grow, your sense of power will grow, and your ability to basically shape your life and manifest the things that you want in your life will grow. Until you do take responsibility, it's not going to be the case. You won't be able to create the change that you wish. You'll forever be at effect of the world rather than affecting at cause and causing those effects in your world. So I personally believe it's one of the first and foremost things you must do if you really want to start operating at your best or operating effectively in life. So just some things to think about. I would love to hear your thoughts on responsibility and taking full and complete responsibility. That there's like you can take it too far, and I find in terms of feeling like you're responsible for things that are way out of your control, and that's sort of like when you start going into the realms of neuroses or becoming neurotic and taking on responsibility that really isn't yours. So people's thoughts of you, what other people's actions or others' opinions, things like this are totally without your control. You don't necessarily want to be saying that's my fault. At the same time, there is a beauty in asking yourself, how did I create this? What is it? Because the whole world is a mirror in a way, and there is a part responsibility on your behalf for creating those kind of circumstances. When you can ask, how did I create this, rather than why is that person doing that to me, or why is the world doing this to me? That's shirking responsibility. So there's that fine line to really think about as well. But again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm just riffing with you guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, and I'll tune in with you again soon. Blessings.